Again, welcome to today's class. We have the square root of k under it times the square root of k all over k equal to 3. Where's the value of k here? So this is simple radical equation. All right. So the first thing we do here is to eliminate this k at the denominator. And how do we do that? We multiply both sides of the equation by k. And so we're going to have here k times the square root of k here, all over k times our k equal to 3 times our k. So what happened? This and this leave the system. So we are now left with the square root of k into the square root of k equal to 3k. Easy. So what we do next here? This is a square root radical. So we have to eliminate the square root radical. And in doing that, we raise both sides of the equation to the power of 2. And so we take this to the power of 2. We equally raise this to the power of 2. And so this, we go with this. So we are now left with k times the square root of k equal to 3 to the power of 2, k to the power of 2. Let's just keep this way. All right, so we still have a square root radical here. We also have to eliminate this. So from here, we take another square again. So we square both sides again. We equally square the side. And so this will affect this and affect this. So we're going to have k to the power of 2 times our k to the power of 1 equal to, we're going to have 3 to the power of, if we apply the law, we say that your a times n, this is n, please, equal to a to the power of m, all raised to the power of n. In other words, we can use this to multiply this to give us this. So we can use this to multiply the powers here. So this is going to give us raised to the power of 4 times our k raised to the power of 4. All right. Mind you, this is to the power of 1. So according to the law of indices, we say that if you have your a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. The base alphabet are the same. So what we do, we add the exponents since it is multiplication. So here we're going to add this to give us our k to the power of 3 equal to 3 to the power of 4 is the same thing as 81, right? But let's still keep this 3 to the power of 4, okay, times our k to the power of 4. Easy. Move this to this side of the equation. So if we do that, we're going to have here our 3 to the power of 4 times k to the power of 4 minus k to the power of 3 equal to 0. So, yeah. Because this is an equation, we can factor out k to the power of 3. So this is going to give us k to the power of 3 bracket. If we use this to divide this, we are left with 3 to the power of 4k. So we have here 3 to the power of 4k minus, we use this to divide this, we are left with 1 equal to 0. So we are having the whole of this times the whole of this. We apply what is called the zero product property, which says that if you have your A times your B equal to 0, it means that one of the quantity is going to be 0, and we don't know the one that will be 0. So we can say that either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. So if we apply this rule, this property, okay, so we're going to have case 1. The first case here, we're going to have our k to the power of 3 equal to 0. Take the cube root of both sides, so we're going to have k1 is equal to 0. But let's check if this solution actually satisfies the original equation. If we put in 0 here, square root of 0 will give us 0. The square root of 0 will give us 0, and 0 here. So we're going to end up having 0 all over 0 is equal to 3. But this is not true, right? 0 all over 0 is undefined. It's undefined. So this equation is extraneous. Or we can say it's rejected. This is a extraneous solution. Now let's take case 2. So from our case 2, we have our 3 to the power of 4 k minus 1 equals to 0. So we have 3 to the power of 4k is equals to 1. We are looking for k. So quickly divide by 3 to the power of 4. Divide this by 3 to the power of 4. So we have this, we go with this. So we now have k2 is equals to 1 all over 3 to the power of 4. All right. So the question now is, this root we have here now, this solution, does it actually satisfy the original equation? Yes, it does. But let's show it. So let's take our proof on this other side here. So our original equation is this. So wherever we see our k, let's put in 1 all over 3 to the power of 4. So we have here 1 all over 3 to the power of 4 times the square root of 1 all over 3 to the power of 4. Everything all over 3 to the power of, this will now still be, it will give us our 1 all over 3 to the power of 4. Everything equal to R3. So here comes the simplification. If we simplify the whole of this, what will come out here will give us, because we can use this power to multiply this power, okay? The square root of 1 will give us what? 1. And the square root of 3 to the power of 4 will give us 3 to the power of 2. And so we're going to end up having the square root of 1 all over 3 to the power of 4 times, here we're going to have 1 all over 3 to the power of 2. You get that? All right. Then everything here all over our 1 all over 3 to the power of 4. Everything equal to 3. All right, take a look at this. If we decide to take the square root of this separately, what will happen? This is going to give us 1 all over 3 to the power of 2. And this is going to give us 1 all over 3. So if we now use 1 to times 1, that will give us 1. Then 3 to the power of 2 times 3 to the power of 1, that will give us 3 to the power of 3. In other words, we're going to have from the numerator here 1 all over 3 to the power of 3. Okay? Then all over our 1 all over 3 to the power of 4 equals to our 3. I believe there's no confusion here, right? Good. So we can rewrite this from here. If we rewrite this is going to give us 1 all over 3 to the power of 3, then dividing our 1 all over 3 to the power of 4 equal to 3. Easy. So what we do, we can change this to multiplication to give us 1 all over 3 to the power of 3, then times our 3 to the power of 4 all over 1. So this, we go with one of this one will still be left out here. So here we have 1 here. So here is going to give us 3. And so we're going to have 3 is equal to 3. This is equal to 3. So 3 all over, so our answer here, K2 equal to 1 all over 3 to the power of 4, actually satisfies the original equation. But the first one does not satisfy the original equation. So this brings us to the end of today's class. Thank you for being there. Drop your question in the comment section. We'll see you there. Bye.